Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, we're going to have a look at Cardano. Now, I have seen some videos circulating on YouTube and being shared with me to ask my thoughts and opinions on them because they're very negative on Cardano. So I wanted to do a video taking a sort of deep dive, have a look at Cardano in a bit more detail, look at some of the things that happened recently and compare sentiment to some of the other projects. So yeah, it's an interesting video. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And don't forget to jump in the Discord. It's absolutely free to join. Over 5,500 people supporting one another, navigate this space safely. Definitely worth immersing yourself in our community, in this bear market, right? Let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so we're going to start here with sentiment, right? And we're going to have a look at Bitcoin. It's greed at the moment. Obviously, the market is, in my opinion, having a bear market rally. And yeah, look, I expect it to run out of steam and start to come back down, in line with, the rest of the markets and everything else that we kind of anticipate is going to happen in this space, right? I have been calling out we are going to be seeing some bear market rallies. This is kind of how I see it. But, I like this website, gives you a quick, little overview of the sentiment for said cryptocurrency. So this one's looking really quite positive. Dominance is negative though, right? Social is neutral. Order book is neutral. So look, it isn't all, great in, regards to Bitcoin, right? Like we've had a bit of a pump, right? And we've seen the sentiment, lift a little bit, but nothing really more than that. Like, building, I guess, a little bit, but I still think that, it's going to see some huge volatility still. Volume sentiment, high buying volume at the moment. Obviously, we've gone into a pump, which for me is just an indication that we're building a pocket of liquidity for whales to sell on us. But the social sentiment is still neutral at 43%. Search sentiment is up at 98%, but that's because we've had a bit of a rally. Order book sentiment 47.5 is neutral. Not a lot going on there, and whale sentiment is 93.5. Really interesting. But if we have a look at Cardano, we load this up. It's neutral at 47% at the time of recording. Neutral on price score. Social seems to be quite negative at the moment. Again, like I've mentioned, there's lots of videos circulating, sort of bashing Cardano a little bit. Dominance is still very positive. Search engine is neutral. Whales very positive, and order book neutral. Technical negative. So look, like really interesting stuff, but again, it's not really much to shout about at the moment. If we scroll down, where is it? We've got dominance sentiment at 91.5%. Search engine 50% is neutral. Order book sentiment is pretty neutral as well. Whale sentiment, still pretty high at 89.5. But again, we're not really seeing, huge inflows of whales purchasing cryptocurrency right now. It's risk off and it's preserve capital time, right? Like, I've mentioned this a few times. But let's sort of dig into everything Cardano. Cardano crosses 7 million native assets. This was back 4 days ago on the 11th of December. Look, we're not expecting, price discovery off the back of, native assets at this stage in this kind of, bear market scenario within a recession. But I think this, just goes to show the level of adoption that Cardano is having. And I have seen videos where people are calling out some of the projects, saying, stablecoin, why do we need another stablecoin and all this sort of stuff. But, these might be developers, but they really, at least perceptionally from my point of view, seem to completely miss the point of why an ecosystem might have a stable coin and might want to do DeFi and, various other sort of things. I think there's plenty of reasons to have a stable coin, but, bashing projects that haven't really sort of, gone live properly. I could pull out some really shite projects off of Solana or off of, various other ecosystems and bash them. But, it doesn't really, give a fair reflection on the actual, layer one protocol. These are projects that are building on an open source technology, really, in essence. So it's kind of meaningless and pointless bringing up in my opinion. You only need one or two projects to drive an awful lot of volume into an ecosystem and for it to really flourish. A layer one, for example. So for me, Cardano is very much in the early stage. It's not being rushed to market. And talk of Solana perhaps being a side chain, that would probably be good for both parties, in my opinion. And I don't think it's really like a jab at Solana and the team there. I just think that actually they could then focus on what it is that they actually want to achieve, rather than having to focus on starting the ecosystem back up again because it's down. Jokes aside, I think it would probably be good for both parties. Cardano adds over 20,000 new staking addresses on average monthly for over a year. And I don't want to get into the granular details of it, but this stuff doesn't scream, failing project to me. This really does, demonstrate a level of adoption. And you can dig a little bit deeper. Cardano staking records 14 times more participation than Ethereum. And I think, we'll see Ethereum probably, eat into that a little bit over time. But I do think that this, highlights that, Cardano is on the up overall. And, we should probably not listen to the FUD and actually go away and research some of this in a little bit more detail. And, Nick and myself say this all the time. And let's move on to some other things to be, rather positive about. The likes of Solana are going to be massively, in my opinion, impacted by the fall of FTX, with how integrated it has been with VC money. And, because of the way that Cardano, has been sort of brought to market, Cardano is protected much better than, FTX or FTT or Solana from the bankruptcy side of things with FTX. So look, I think this is all really positive stuff. You can let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Moving on, and again, another pretty interesting update here from Charles, and this is around JavaScript and I guess the merge into GHC and what this really means for the industry as a whole. Now, I personally think, and I did get the article up, and I will share it. I'm not going to go through it in this video. We'll keep this rather short. I do think that this is going to be fantastic for Web3. So look, definitely worth giving this a read. It's not a huge long read, but it's probably too long for me to go through in a video. But definitely going to share this in the Discord. So keep your eyes peeled for that in the general chat. Link is in the description for the Discord if you're interested in joining us there. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about was, again, not a sales pitch, just, Nick and myself are super excited, obviously, to be partnered with 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗧, and on Monday, the 19th, I believe, the mint for the partnership NFT drop that we're doing for the race suit will be going live. So, look, they had the bobblehead, Farmer Joe bobblehead NFT mint, which was a test mint a few days ago, and it looks like that they had a few technical issues, but it looks like it all went through, and it's worked really well, and they do look really, really cool. So definitely worth checking out 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗧 if you haven't already. This is the mythic one, the gold. Really like these, and Nashi in our Discord actually sent me one because I lost my wallet password at the time of minting. They managed to get me one, so really appreciate that. But yeah, look, check out 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗧. Fantastic play to earn, learn to earn game that's on the Cardano ecosystem. Again, one of these fantastic projects that hasn't gone live yet, that I think is going to be marvelous once it goes live. And I think they're looking at Q1 2023. Don't quote me on it. For the racing aspect of the game, you'll be able to use your race suit in game, which is an NFT that we've designed for the 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗪 platform and game. So super excited. We've been working on this for a long time, and I just want to rave about it because, you know, how many other, you know, YouTubers have managed to get an in-game asset into a blockchain game? There's probably not many about. So, you know, it's a proud moment for me, and I do want to talk about it and share, you know, what we are proud of here at 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗪. You know, it's been fantastic as a journey, and I hope that, you know, people are finding the content enjoyable and are learning loads of you know, ways to do well in the crypto space. If you enjoyed today's video, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.